Hey guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. In this video, I want to introduce you guys to a tool that I've been using for the past few months, and it has saved me so much time since I started using it. Okay, it's actually called DrawSQL.app, and yeah, man, trust me, you're gonna love it. Let's get started. All right, guys. So to get started, I want you guys to go to DrawSQL.app. Now, I'm going to mention this just to be 100% honest with you guys. I'm not getting paid for this. I don't know the team. I don't know nothing about who created this application. I just love it. Okay. That's pretty much it. And I think that all of you guys should definitely use this at some point if you're planning to become a web developer. I mean, and even just a full stack, or even if you are a front end developer, you should at least have some knowledge of how databases work and how to structure your relational databases. Okay. Now, what's really cool about this app is that it's actually free, right? As far as like, the public diagrams, right? So if you want to keep your application private, you got to pay for it. But if you want to go in and just create some diagrams and get started, and basically for a hobby or maybe for an application that you're building for yourself, you know what? It's free. Okay. So that's the great thing about it. Okay. You got up to 15 tables that you can go and create, and only one user can use this service at a time. Right. So this is actually pretty cool. Now, again, let's go in. I'm just going to go and sign in real quick. I already have an account. Okay. And I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Right. So you basically have the chance to doing different templates, right? They have different templates in here: Coel, Voyager, Laravel Spark, WordPress, Laravel Cashier, Refinery CMS. There's a whole bunch of different things that you guys can do. Even in here, like, it shows you like different examples. So automatically, like, you have a whole bunch of different types of templates that you could get started with. But to be honest with you, I think the best way to do this is start from scratch, right? Start from a blank slate. So let's get started by creating a new diagram. In here, I'm just going to put in a simple name for an application. Let's say blog, right? Okay, again, it's going to be public because we're not paying for it. If we was paying for it, we could put it private. Okay. And again, when you say this is public, it just means that other people can look at your diagrams and what you have created. If you have an application that you want it to be private, or it's for your company, no one should see how you guys have your database structured, put that to private and just pay for the subscription. Again, I'm not getting a bag from this, guys, but I just like their service. Okay. In here, you can put in the database type. You got MySQL, Postgres, SQL Server, right? We're going to start with the basics, MySQL, click create new. And then in here, you can come in and add different tables. So we're going to start with a very simple example of a blog, right? So a blog might have a post table, right? And in there, we're going to have some IDs. Okay. We might have some like a title. We could change this to a string, right? Or basically varchar, right? Because again, this is MySQL, right? I'm so used to like using Laravel. But yeah, so let's say varchar, you could use that, or you could use text, right? So let's just use varchar, right? From there, you could also go in and say, let's say description, which is another column, right? Change this one to maybe, let me see, long text. Then from there, you could create another column, which could be like the user ID. That could be an integer. You could also come in here and put in like a category ID. Okay, have that as an integer. Okay, and let's just keep it at that, right? Simple, right? So we have our first table, post. Then now we could go in, create a users table. Okay, and in here we're gonna add a column. Put this right here. Again, you could also move this around, which is super cool, right? So you have your posts, your users. Now you could come in here and say maybe you got F name, right, for first name. Put that as varchar, right? Add column in here, L name for last name. Again, use some varchar. Let me see what else. Email. Okay, varchar. Let's say password. And again, varchar. Okay, and there we go. So we have the users table and our post table. Now, what's interesting about this is that we can go in and connect this and basically connect it to the user ID. And we could say each post could have maybe, it could be like a one-to-one relationship, right? But we could also switch this up and say one-to-many, right? So one user has many posts, okay? So we could do it like that. We can also go in, create another table for categories. And in here we could say, put in a title of the category, okay? And I'm just gonna move this one over here. And then from there, you could connect the ID to the category ID. And then we're gonna say this is a one-to-many relationship, right? So categories has different type of categories, right? But one category can own multiple types of different posts that's out there, right? So simple example. Okay. Now this is the feature that I love about DrawSQL, is the fact that you can literally export this to Laravel Migrations and even for Adonis JS. So I'll give you guys an example. You can download an image if you wanted to share it maybe on social media or send it to somebody. You can also download it as a SQL file. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do this with like Laravel Migrations. Click here on Laravel Migration, click on download. Okay, diagram saved. It's going to take a little second. From there, you're going to go to your downloads. Okay, you could unzip the file. And if you look inside of here, you can actually go in and see the files, how they actually look. So let's go to downloads, DrawSQL, select folder. Okay, and in here you could have all of your different migrations in a format for Laravel. Okay, so it's actually pretty damn cool. Now all you have to do is just select all of these and then basically post those files or put those files inside of your project. So for me, I have this real estate application that we've been building, and I'm going to open up the folder and show you guys that pretty much all you have to do is drag those files that you downloaded and put it in here, and that's it. You do PHP Artisan Migrate, and it will run all of your migrations that you just added, and that's it. And you will have those tables inside of your database straight from DrawSQL. Okay, you can't go wrong with this app. Okay, it's like that meme from Snoop Dogg is like, hey yo, this guy never miss. Shout out to Snoop, man. Notch. I'm super happy to introduce you guys to this project or this application, just because it's something that will save you a lot of time if you know how to use it. And not only that, that when you're working with a team, again, you could go in and say, well, I have this account, and maybe if you have like a company that you work for, or maybe you're working with other people, you're collaborating, yeah, all can come in here and create different tables and reorganize this, right? And now you could go in and have a conversation, right? Discuss, should the database should look like this, or what, maybe instead of doing categories of one to many, maybe we could go in and have a pivot table, so it could be many to many, right? So instead of having one category, we could come in here and say, well, let's come in and say category underscore let's say post, right? So it could be a many to many relationship, and we could say, well, let's make this one category ID, and then this one what was it, post ID. Okay, something like that. And that's something that you could discuss with your team. Should this be a one to many? Should it be many to many? Right? Maybe we don't have a post with multiple categories. Maybe we could say, you know what? Instead of using the categories, how about we create some tags that, at that point, the user can go in and add multiple tags, but each post has one category. So we could do it like that. We could say, well, put this one like this, post, let's say post tag, like that. And then now we could go in and say, well, okay, cool, let's do this. let's create this table, which is going to be with the tags. Okay. And like that, each post has multiple tags instead of having multiple categories. So that's something that you could discuss with your team. Again, you could do it like that. Boom. Now you have, now to set up the many-to-many relationship, just click on the line, say one-to-many. Okay, same thing over here, one-to-many. And then now we basically set up a many-to-many relationship within the posts and the tags. Okay, so actually pretty damn cool. All right. Again, super simple tutorial for you guys to check out. Right. I just wanted to show you guys this tool. I'm in love with it. I love it. Okay, it's pretty legit. Okay, I'm using it for almost all of my applications nowadays. And again, I just love the fact that it exports everything directly into Laravel. For those of you guys that don't know, Laravel is like my main backend framework that I use. So again, whenever I have an idea, I could come in here, do this on the website. I might pull up my iPad while I'm watching Netflix and I'm setting up, my databases. Pretty damn cool. Again, this is the world that we live in. We in the future now. I feel like we're in the future now. We got so many cool tools, man. Okay. So yeah, guys, definitely go check it out. Again, it's a cool tool that you guys could definitely use for sure. I do want to mention to you guys that we are using this tool for our real estate website that we're building at CodingPhase.com. It's a major full stack application. If you've been wanting to learn web development, this is the best app that you could think of to get started with. Okay. So basically we're building this on CodingPhase.com. It's a full-fledged website, right? It has everything that you could think of, from listing properties to being able to save properties as a favorite, right? People can go in and request a tour of a property. At the same time, you have agents who can list the properties, and you also have the administrators, the owner of the agency, that can go in and basically ban users, ban agents, right? Delete, update, create, pretty much do everything on the website. Of course, the admin, right? So pretty much we have everything in here. We got a great dashboard. Also, we have user authentication, right? If you come in here, you can see the differences as far as like if you are a user, if you are a real estate agent, if you are an administrator of the company. So I'll show you guys right now, like an example. Like we have user@gmail.com. Okay. Let me see. I forgot the password. Okay. And then here, this is what the user could do, right? So the user can basically go in, save a listing, see the listings here, see the listing request that he has. Okay. So it's a pretty cool app. Again, you can log out, come in here and say, well, I want to go to the admin section, right? And there it brings you to the login page. In here, you can say, well, I'm a agent, right? And the agent can come in and say, what's the agent's password? Okay, agent can come in and see his dashboard, where it's going to have information about people who have visited the website, also to which listings are going to be the most popular listings for them, right? So they could figure out, okay, this is the area that we should be selling more properties on. You can also see like reports on how many people have actually saved the properties, how many people had just visited, right? You can see like a save to visit ratio, right? Percentage wise. You could also come in here, like I said, you could come here and create a new listing. Let's say 25 Grand Ave, right? Let's say 2R, right? Let's say Richwood. Let's say New York, 11385. Let's say 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,000 square feet. Create the listing, okay? And it shows you created listing successfully. We have already landed here, which is the page that shows the slug of the actual property. And we also have an ID. So like that, we could distinguish which properties are actually being listed, because you could go in and say, well, I got 25 Grand Avenue, but then basically I could also say, you know what, I want to go in and list 2R, right? Apartment 2R. We could also put in apartment 4R, right? And then not only that, that later on in the future, after we have sold those condos, or let's say the agent has sold the condos, right? They could actually say, well, that property has been sold, right? Or it was sold in 2008. Now it's being sold again in 2022. So then now by using the IDs, we could distinguish, we could say, okay, this is the same address, but this is a different property listing. Okay. So again, it's a full-fledged application, guys. This is like, this is not like a little to-do app, a little something. Now we building something legit, man. And again, for those of you guys that's interested in building stuff like this, you could definitely come to my website, CodingPhase.com, where we pretty much teach you exactly what people want from you as a developer. Okay. So it's not like, oh, I'm just going to learn how to code. We're teaching for a goal, which is to get you paid as a developer, get you hired at a new job, and also learn skills that you can use for yourself so you could go in and make money on the side too. Okay. So it's not like, oh, I'm just depending on a job. Now you can also make money on the side, or you can say, I want to do this full time. I want to become my own developer, make my own company, etc. Right? But you need the right skills. Definitely come through, come check it out over here at CodingPhase.com. We got some great students in here. We got some accountability meetings, some JavaScript workshops, HTML, CSS workshops that we do for the Diamond members, right? But this project that I'm showing you guys right now, you could literally get started with $20, okay? $20, and that gives you access to every single thing about this project. You get access to the PHP, right? And you get access to the Laravel course, which holds this project. Again, I'm going to leave a link below. And you know what? I'll probably give you guys an extra 20% off so you guys can go in and feel a little bit more comfortable. Everybody loves some percentages off. Give me a discount, Joe. What's the coupon code? So I'll give you guys a coupon code so for like 20% off. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be like, what, like 20% of that. I think it's like, what, like $16 or something like that. Bring out the calculator because people like to see the numbers, right? 20 times let's say 0.2, right? That's 4. So yeah, $16 off is pretty good. Same thing for the Diamond membership. If you want to come in and get access to all the programming courses, get the live events, you want to get access to me to be able to ask questions directly, and I can help you out on your journey, find the right courses, the right career path that I feel you could get on so you could get a job as soon as possible. You can do that on the Diamond membership, and we do that every single week, right? And by the way, anybody that's watching right here, for those Diamond members, guys, to get to the workshops, you click right here, okay? Click right here on the workshops, and right there you have access to the workshops directly, okay? So definitely, guys, I'm gonna stop right here, and I'll see you guys in the next video, man. I just wanted to show you guys that DrawSQL application, right? Because I love it, super useful, especially for building full stack applications. And I wanted to give you guys a quick preview of what we're working on right now, okay? User authentication, authorization, roles, pretty much everything from creating a simple CRUD to creating, different type of reports, working with dashboards, working with charts. Like, this is a full stack application, my guy. This is not a to-do app. And again, you could get access to it for $20 plus the little 20% off makes it 16. Ain't no excuses, my guy. Okay, come through, man. I'm doing this for you guys. Okay, I'll see you guys later. It's your boy Joe. Peace.